Is defense the new offense? That's the pegline that we have for all defense conversations for the last couple of days and for the next few days. We're trying to get in companies to understand how is it that they are feeling about the Atmanirbhar defense push within the country, and what about, of course, global opportunities. In line with that, we're talking today to Dr. SK Jha. He's the CMD of MIDHANI. He's a leading manufacturer of special steels and a sole manufacturer of titanium alloys in the country, with 70% of the products catering to strategic customers, DRDO, ISRO, etc. Now, it's not just this. I mean, Vidani is doing a bunch of other things. They are also trying to get into newer segments. They've set up armor facilities, a plant with springs per year set up by the company to manufacture springs indigenously. So lots happening there. Let's get in Dr. Jha to talk about all of this. Dr. Jha, good having you. Thanks for joining in. Hope all is well.
Yeah.
Doctor.
First of all, let me thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about Atma Nirbharta in defense, which we are seeing from last 2 years. A lot of policy announcements have come, and also you might have seen the last budget also. In defense, particularly, it has been reflected very clearly that 60% of the procurement around capex should be from domestic industry only. So based on that, number of platforms and orders have been started flowing from the government of India to the different organizations. Coming to our company, since we are involved in supplying the raw materials for the different defense organizations, also we have our presence in ISRO's launch program, Indian Space Organizations, and we also have certain stake in other sectors like energy. Then we have some of the strategic one, nuclear. So considering everything, it is I see there is a good opportunity for the defense companies or companies which is working for the defense organizations. MIDHANI also is one of the organizations having a good stake. Coming to the reality, the orders flowing from the different organizations started coming because when the project is sanctioned, it takes some time to crystallize the requirements of the raw material, and then it starts flowing, which includes the time required for tendering, then qualification, processing. So all those things are coming out, and I hope that in Q3 and Q4 we will find that good inflow of orders will be there. So not only for MIDHANI, for other companies also. In addition to that, whatever we have, our old orders available with us, specifically for the space that we are executing this year. I think this is coming to almost 50% of 60% of our total sales is coming from ISRO's requirements. But then as the defense is growing, it will pick up again. The defense percentage will be increasing, and space will be also almost coming to that equal level, space and defense orders position. So this is what it is there. But in addition to that, we are also looking forward for export. Because if you see the Ministry of Defense, not only they are asking for the domestic industry to grow almost to 2 times in next 3 years, they are also looking for that exports to India's defense exports should increase to 4 times whatever we are having today. So it's a big challenge for all the defense companies to cater to that requirement. And recently, a lot of activities you might have seen, and it is coming in the form of either BrahMos getting sold, maybe having some export order. So the big platforms also are coming to get the orders from the different countries. LCA also, the good interest have been shown by different countries. So this is also going to take some time. But then in our company, in case of MIDHANI, since we are making raw material, our requirements are very short term. In fact, in export market, when we have entered, supply time to order to the supply time is very, very less. So we are trying to see that requirement also. But last year, we have 10% of our sales we have got from the export. This year also we are targeting at least 10% should come from the export. So, and this is how it is, the growth in the export front it is there.
Okay, so 10% export, 90% domestic. Within that 90%, 50% from space and 50% from defense for FY23. Is that a good estimate? Okay.
Yeah, not exactly, maybe 10%.
Yeah, sure.
Also.
Sure. But I also learned that you are looking to enter into newer markets, oil and gas, mining, power, railways, chemicals, fertilizers. So what's the plan there?
All other markets, railway, we have got good entry. Volume may not be very high today as far as the sales is concerned, but the segment which we have entered, like since we have installed one India's unique white plate mill recently, so the requirement of plates we have met for the railway, and which has gone for this Vande Bharat coach manufacturing to ICF. In addition to that, also we have made the axles, the railway axles also we have developed and we have supplied. Now we are also looking for that, how we can manufacture the spring with our newly installed plant. It is under certification by railway, that quality assurance team, and will be shortly delivering a trial quantity for that also. Once it picks up, it is going to be a unique facility because we are going to make the springs for LSB coaches as well as we can make for the metro also. So that part is we are going to have, it is in the stage of certification. It takes some time. So this is the one area we have got that. Mining also we did some work initially, but the mining sector is highly competitive. So we are right focused on the railway side.
So Dr. Jha, but these would be small contributions to your overall revenue. Largely it will remain space and defense.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now I want to talk a bit about the numbers, Dr. Jha. As of September 2022, as I read out from the data that I have, the order booking position would have been close to what, 500 crores, and the open order book position was about 1,500 crores. Are these numbers correct? And can you therefore tell us how would this move in the second half, and what kind of order inflow do you expect over the course of the next 18 months as some of your plants inch up on the capacity utilization?
Exact value but estimates which I can tell you.
Sure.
The market is, since I'll just talk about first what is going to be the from non-mandated area where MIDHANI presence was not there earlier. So that I'll touch upon that basically on the armor side. Since our armor plant started working now, and we expect, and a lot of armor requirements have come up recently, especially for bulletproof vehicles. Since all these armed forces, paramilitary forces, they need the good number of armored vehicles of high level protection. We have a good opportunity, and right now this is the one of the areas which our company is looking for, and we have a well established production facility in our newly installed plant in Rohtak. In addition to that, jackets also, bulletproof jackets also, good requirements are coming out from the armed forces and paramilitary forces. So there also I see good opportunity for us, and other accessories in the ballistic areas is well established, and we are working towards that. So that I see the market position is almost 250-300 crores definitely.
Annually.
What I can able to capture, MIDHANI can able to capture in the next 18 months.
Is this an annual number that you're talking about, sir?
Yeah, almost. You told about 18 months from now.
Yes, sure. Sorry, yeah, please continue, sir.
And in addition to that, I am also, which it is our capacity I am telling you, but the market appetite, the market is quite big. In addition to that, recently you might have seen the ISRO also has started doing very fast now, moving very fast. And India, there is a good number of satellites are there and lined up for the launch. So their launch vehicles are going to take off very fast. So certainly there also I'm expecting some movement in the orders the next 12 to 18 months. In addition to that, I am also seeing that some of the missiles also got approved now, means their trial and all. So there also the numbers are going to increase from the missile segment. And in addition to that, our strategic programs are picking up. So there also possibility of movements of orders are there. So I see that, and also that you might have seen the nuclear fleet of nuclear power reactors. Almost 10 reactors are moving on the faster pace. So there also we have some opportunities coming in the form of we are now right now we are supplying one material for steam generator tubings, and also we are supplying for lattice tube for their certain fittings. So in those segments also I see the further requirements will going to come, and MIDHANI has a good opportunity to get those things. So my order book will be almost after 18 months, I can say. In addition to that, my white plate mill, which is already working now, I am seeing as a good opportunity there for stainless steel white plates. That market is a big market, and now our product has been established now, and there some of the coming from the export market also is very good. But that numbers today I am not able to tell you, because that's a very good opportunity. Once it clicks, it can go in the very big numbers. But that's basically the opportunity. But good competition also is there in that segment. It's not that.
Sure.
But certain products I would like to mention here. Recently, we have made one of the alloys for power sector requirement. That is some sort of equivalent to Hestola being imported fully in the country, and we have developed now, and now we are expecting that the entire procurement we can capture on that market. It's a very high value item. In addition to that, some of the nickel alloys plates also we have exported recently. That also I am going to see that volumes will going to increase.
Sure.
Titanium, another sector is there. There are also plates requirements will there. So those businesses we are not discussing here. But I'm not giving the value as numbers, but there is a very good area now.
Got it. But Dr. Jha, you would appreciate my curiosity. You're doing a lot of things. We may not know the exact numbers, but is there a ballpark estimate of what is the kind of order inflow that could come in? Ball estimate.
Already we have next 4 months, means up to March, we have the visibility of around 500 crores order is already visibility is there.
Okay.
That will be giving the figure as when it comes.
Okay. This is over and above the 1500 crores of the current order book.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, and one can expect similar run rates in FY24 or higher run rate in FY25.
Yeah, it's going to be there, because now aerospace industry also is going to be as picked up. So a lot of programs are coming in the country.
Okay. Dr. Jha, one question from MIDHANI's financials perspective. There is an estimate that your revenue growth will be strong, could be 20-25% for the next 2-3 years CAGR. And because of the higher blend of ISRO products, your margins will also be higher, and capacity will not be a problem because you are anyways currently operating at the lower capacity utilization. Are these assumptions correct, sir?
Not fully correct, because ISRO requirements blending, as you said, that percentage is going to come down.
Okay.
And ISRO also, when we had basically the totally, MIDHANI is only having the only sole supplier today. Other suppliers also are coming in the market now. So it is a very competitive market again. So margin side, definitely, see, for any today our margins are quite good because we are operating in the niche segments and all. So as volumes are going to increase, and you are going to, as I said, for the white plate mill and all requirements, definitely we cannot operate in the same margin.
Sure.
And export also an area where the margins cannot be so high.
Got it, sir. So from 30% margins would still come down a little, but not too much. It will not remain about 25%. I presume.
We have kept it so far, because this second quarter was very tough for us. You know very well, it was a big challenge because of the raw material prices gone up. and our
Yes.
orders are having the firm price. There is no change in the price, so we have maintained that. So there is a space for that also, which company is having. And now I have to see that how much resilience we can enjoy, stock we can put on the market.
Yeah,
So
it is
it's
a tough word.
basically time will tell, but then we have to improve our efficiency.
Most certainly. And we wish you all the best for that. Last one or two questions, Dr. Jha. I heard you mention somewhere in the opening answer that there is a desire for the countrywide exports to go up by 4x over the course of the next few years.
Yeah, yeah.
So currently exports contribute to about 10%. I heard you say FY24 also will be about 10%. Do you think overall export contribution will move up by the end of FY26-27?
Yeah, definitely. We have a target of almost going to 20% of our turnover.
By which year, sir?
By next 3 to 4 years. 3 years, I'd
By
say.
the next 3 to 4 years.
And of course, our turnover also going to increase. So these all targets have been decided by our Ministry of Defense, Defense Production, and all defense PSU are working towards that.
Got it, sir. My final question. I know you can't give out exact numbers, but I'll just give out the numbers that the analyst community believes you will clock in. If they don't seem outlandish, I would love to understand that from you. If they seem a bit overstretched, then would love to understand accordingly. The belief is that while for FY22 you did about 860 odd crores, you could probably touch about 1050 odd crores in FY23, about 1250 crores in FY24, and about 1450 odd crores in FY25. Are these too optimistic, or are these realistic?
It's basically today it looks optimistic, but
Okay,
we have to convert to realistic.
get your point.
Because
Okay.
this is the mandate for our department, and we have to. Because as I said, if I have to, our growth has to go 2 times. Entire our defense production. MIDHANI also has to catch up. We have to also
Most
line up
certainly.
to that system.
Most certainly. Dr. Jha, thank you for the candid conversation, and we wish you all the best for being able to reach your targets and indeed surpass them. Much appreciate you talking to us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And viewers, thanks for tuning in.